welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lydia and this Baba is Nuki. Today's episode we're going to be elevating and taking our wheel pose to greater heights, and I'm going to be showing you how we can come into our one-legged wheel pose. I hope you enjoy the journey. Let's come and meet on the mat.
So the very first pose that is useful is our upward facing dog. And this is a back bend that looks to stretch and strengthen our muscles in the front of the torso, as well as our arms, of course, as we're pushing down into the mat. And we're trying to increase flexibility of our spine here. Bow pose, Dhanurasana, is a wonderful way to really start to work flexibility in the spine. And it also helps to release some tension in our upper back and neck, because obviously our hands are grabbing hold of the ankles. And so you're really trying to lift the chest simultaneously as you push the foot into your hand. In this pose, if we look at the shape of it, we're almost replicating the wheel pose. So it's a wonderful way to build and condition the body to come into wheel. If you are doing quite comfortably in Cobra or Up Dog, the next step up would be to take it to USTRASANA Camel. Try not to lean back, but instead elevate and push your hips forwards. Imagine my two fingers slotted right underneath your shoulder blades, asking you to lift the chest up. This is a great chest opening exercise that will stretch not only the front of your torso, but your arms as well, which is very helpful when it comes to balancing in your wheel. To exit the pose, use your inhale breath to lift you back up, and then you can either sit in hero or take a few breaths in child's pose. It's important that we also strengthen our core and arm muscles. And so reverse tabletop, which is the half upward plank pose, is a great way for us to restore our balance and also stretch the front side of our body. Imagine yourself replicating the shape of a table here, lifting the hips and the pelvis, pressing down into the hands and the feet. The next pose is PURVOTTANASANA, and this is a great way to stretch the arms, the wrist, shoulders, and chest, which is very important when you're taking that back bend. Elevate and guide the hips up, again lifting the chest. One straight plank of wood from the tip toes to your head. Try and connect the toes down to the mat. Bridge pose is a great way to build our lower body strength while also increasing flexibility of the spine. Engage your legs and the glutes. Press into the feet as you walk your elbows closer towards each other, and then squeeze your knees inwards and lift the chest towards the direction of the chin. Take a few breaths here and feel that beautiful stretch in your spine. Keep pressing the hands down to the earth. The first step into coming into the balance is to come into your bridge pose, shimmy the shoulders together, and then lift the right leg up towards the sky, point the toes, keep lifting the hips, and then you're going to swap across, drop that foot down, and then lift the other one up. So this is going to be a great way to practice lengthening the hamstrings, pointing the toes, and getting used to being in a balance in your back bend. A great starting point to practice before attempting your one-legged full wheel posture. So of course, before we come into one-legged wheel, we have to be able to be quite comfortable in the wheel in itself. So you're going to press the hands down, one big inhale, lift yourself up. I like to rock backwards and forwards, so I start to try and get my shoulders at least above the wrist, and then maybe coming up onto the tiptoes, so you're narrowing the wheel a little bit. Then maybe walk your hands to your feet, so you're tightening up the wheel. Take a few breaths here, keep lifting the chest. And when you're done, just lower the back down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest and make sure you take a few breaths, rounding through the spine. For the finale, we're coming into one-legged wheel pose. Place your hands down onto the earth. You need to use your breath, so inhale, push up tall, come up onto the tiptoes and take a few breaths in your wheel. When you feel ready, start to bend the right knee and then extend the foot up, point the toes. Drop the foot down, move to the other side, bend the other knee, and then extend the leg. Make sure you're pointing the leg, so really starting to use your lower back muscles to engage and lift you here. For a bit of a challenge, take your left hand, tap your left hip, swap across, right hand to right hip. This is just a little something extra I've thrown in for those of you having an easy time in one-legged wheel, always looking for ways to develop yourself and push yourself a little further. Come down gracefully, hug the knees into the chest, and voila!
Hi guys, we hope that you found that tutorial helpful for you. I hope that you genuinely are able to incorporate this as part of your journey of learning. And remember, with practice, all is coming. So really just take the time, be kind to your body, and most importantly, enter each pose with a positive mind. In the meantime, do subscribe to my YouTube channel for additional tips and weekly yoga classes delivered directly to your inbox. Stay safe, everyone. Catch you soon. Namaste.